Hello and welcome to Creative Lab. Today we'll be defining what an EQ is and the purpose of EQ for beginners and how to approach it. Okay, let's make it simple and don't go too much in a lot of scientific details. So this way you just, you know, approach it in a very easy, simple way. And this is the best way to learn actually. Don't make things too complicated. Okay, let's define what an EQ is. I would say EQ is like a classroom, right? With front row, mid row, and back row. Okay, with students. And for example, you want a regular EQ in your car would be to play a sound like that. Okay, for example, right? Then basically you have your highs, right? Like that. You have your lows, right? With use shelf, you don't use peak EQs. And you have your mid, right? And this is what's basically the equalizer in your car or any stereo, hi-fi. But in music production, EQ is different. So let's go back to our example classroom with front rows, mid roll, and back rolls, right? And you have students. Basically, if in a car equalizer or a stereo equalizer, you will ask the front roll, which is be the hi-hats or your high frequency, to stand up. The front roll will all stand up. This is defining to the car or equalizer of any kind of a stereo hi-fi. You want your mid, the entire students mid roll will stand up. Your back, the entire students will stand up. But in EQ, in music production, is different. You can pick a certain students in front rows to stand up. You can have one student in the front row, which would be your hi-hats or your high frequency. You can choose and define which band and which part of the high frequency you want to control. That's a lot of flexibility, right? Same thing in the mid, same thing in the lows. So it's different because you can zoom in and go to any frequency you want in the low and the mid and the highs. So not the entire roll will stand up. You can pick one student in every roll to stand up. And that's what EQ is, all right? So if, for example, if you want to make this hi-hats or this drum loop more shiny, but you want it to be shiny in certain part, right? You don't want it to be shiny all over the high frequency. For example, like that. See, I can make it in this part more airy, right? I can make it less airy. Of course, when you do that, you're emphasizing more in the mid and the lows, right? You can take away certain parts you don't like. For example, maybe you don't like this snappy part in this hi-hats. You take it down and compensate for it and give it a little bit more air. So the sound becomes more sweet, like compared before and after. It's much more sweeter, right? You can do a lot of things. Maybe you want this hi-hats, maybe it got a lot of mids that you don't want. So actually rebalancing the loop to fit to your taste and to your production, right? Like for example, it's a matter of taste regarding the sound design, okay? Because taste in mixing could be different because you could taste to you good, but when you put in the mix, it doesn't taste good at all. You know, like making a food and you're adding something you like to add in all kind of foods, or maybe you just like maybe adding a lemon to certain food, but certain food would never accept lemon. Okay, so your taste in sound design and your choices you make in your mixing have to be in relationship with the mix. Okay, let's maybe try something here and let me show you how to use the EQ here. example, say this part is kind of giving the loop more darker feel, dark feel. If you just take it down a little bit, it's more hollow, right? Take it down again, less hollow. Maybe this will sound thin to you, right? Regarding to this, compared to this, right? But maybe your cake or maybe something else is just copying, sharing the same frequency here. So by doing thinning this loop and having the other sound underneath, will definitely give the loop even impression it's even bigger and more fuller, right? This is for now, and thank you for watching. If you really think these videos give you maybe a touch of knowledge, please be kind and subscribe to me and give me a like and notification button. Press the notification button for more videos to come. Thank you so much. Bye bye.